a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. DK Metcalf of the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe you go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
Yeah, something to get in the ball. We'll see if they can do it. Back to the air. Wilson after the pick six. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now Wilson on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. From the gun, it's Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. There's Wilson to throw. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup, as we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. This the second of our triple-header here on Wildcard Sunday. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to yesterday's NFC wildcard game. And it's the Carolina Panthers who are moving on as they eliminate the Chicago Bears. As for our game, it has been very one-sided in that first half. But you can't take anything for granted in playoff football. As we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3.
And they have made this look easy. And there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead would swell by 1 more. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. 1 play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This is DJ Reed returning. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. On 2nd and 10, Wilson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Under the category of obvious, you hate giving up a first down on 3rd and long. And somehow he finds his way downfield and picks it up.
If you look at the coverage defensively, oh, this is great, but no one accounted for him at the quarterback spot.
At some point, you actually have to tackle him and get him on the ground short of the first down marker.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Carson. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually got to pick up a holding call.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out, fumble. And this is going to be 49er football. defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now Mostert. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Finding room to the 20. A big run there, 29 yards to the first. You got to give him the football again here. He gets the big run down to the 2. Pay it off.
I like it. I like the call, but here's always the question. How many times do we see the big runs and a guy pats his helmet and says, take me out? Why would you go out when you've got a chance to get it again and score?
They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk taking it in from 2 yards out. And the 49ers, they're just pouring it on. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
Gold to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. No run back here for Reed, so this will come out to the 25. The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. And Turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. On second down now, it's Carson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point. On first and 10, it's Wilson. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Will Dissly, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Wilson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise. That guy was covered, so that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Second and 7.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
On play action, Lance. That one caught by Ross Dwelling. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
So a great throw right there, and what a regular season this rookie had, piloting this offense, guiding them to a division title, and they get the home date here in round 1 of the playoffs. But, Charles, how do you think they'll play it here? Will they run the same kind of wide-open offense they've run all season, or do you think that they'll try and take some pressure off of the young fella?
Oh, I think they're going high, wide, and handsome in this one. I think it's all out, just as they've been doing all year long, because I think if you try and pull it back now a little bit, you're telling that young man you don't have quite as much confidence in him as you profess. So go ahead and continue to run your offense. Do the things that got you here. As so many defensive coaches have told you and me, all gas, no brakes. Let it rip.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. Second and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert.
And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, You're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. This is Mostert. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
2nd down and 8.
56, Mike, 56. Got the back. Come on, DB, come on.
Oh, he fakes a spike.
Samuel bringing in the slant.
His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
Nice, sweetheart.
The Lance now to throw. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 17-yard line. That one good for 24 yards.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Here we go, G. Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. Silver, silver.
Back to the running game with Mostert.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
54's Mike.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their totals.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Get that quarterback at all costs.
57.
Now it's Wilson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Will Dissly, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
You ain't going nowhere.
Here's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is going to be 49er football.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Gold with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
And at this point, maybe you say, you know, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion.
Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. Short throw to Dissly. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. On 3rd down, Wilson. It's caught. Block it.
And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Forced out to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been terrific so far. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
And you'd have to say they have done what they set out to do in this wild card round. It won't get easier from here, of course, but they'll certainly have some momentum built up for when they hit the road in the divisional round next weekend.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
I got him. I got him.
Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
The drive starts with a carry by Sermon.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Right there. 54 Mike.
Here we go.
54 Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Again, it's Sermon.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle.
He's got a man complete. And he's taken down inside the red zone past the Seattle 15. And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.